War had raged through all Avantasia. The alliance of humans, elves, and dwarves fought against the evil army of the shadows. The war had devastated the country for years upon years, and yet no one gained the advantage. And so it was that in that time of deepest despair, that an old archaeologist uncovered the location of the artifact of divine fate. The artifact could fulfill every wish, and thus decide the war, from one side or the other. Led by Warlock Munkus, son of Archwitch Mortroga, the Shadows hunted for the artifact. And they would have reached it first, were it not for a group of heroes who stood against them. Wilbur, the young gnome who was the first of his clan to become a mage. Ivo, the courageous elven princess from the Woodland Realm. And the Critter, a hairy creature from the Northlands, companion of the most brilliant of the heroes, Nate Bonnet, who was supposed to spend the rest of his life at the side of an elven princess, who deserved a kingdom and all the riches in the world, who should stop wasting time talking about himself in the third person. Ah! Good, good. Although the ground is still getting... part of the jetty. At least some of it survived the explosion. If I'm lucky, this will go all the way up to the eye, but somehow I really doubt.
Nate, how's it going?
Good. For now. Could it be that your spell didn't quite work out the way you planned?
I did tell you there were certain risks involved.
Risks? What risks?
Now, Djinn magic is a complicated affair. It's difficult to get the dose right, and when one hasn't done magic for a while, things can go a little bit wrong.
Like you killing me, for example?
Not intentionally.
I could use some help here, Benny.
Well, you did see what happened last time I cast a spell.
Time to make up for it, then. Now shake a leg.
Oh, I don't know. I might just end up making everything worse.
Let me see. I'm accompanying tons of boulders in a plummet to certain painful... So just how do you think you could make...
Worse? I could set the air on fire.
Can't you just stop time? Or wings? Give...
Oh, this is all terribly complicated. I really don't feel up to it today, Nate.
Benny!
Perhaps tomorrow? I really do need to think through what's happened today properly.
You get me out of the mess, you...
Please don't yell at me! I just can't take it anymore!
Benny! Ah! The state he's in, we can forget about miracles. I gotta find something easy, something even he thinks he can do. A flying carpet. Is that too much to ask?
I'm not talking to you.
Why, you... I'm sorry I criticized your work, Benny.
And?
And that I shook your lamp. And everything else. You meant well.
Well, all right then. I forgive you.
Carpet!
A flying carpet. Should I really dare?
Yes! What the heck? What happened here? No!
Welcome, adventurer. To move a character, just click anywhere in the... Well done. If you left-click an object, then your character will perform an action determined. Now click on that big lever. The robot has used the lever, as this seemed logical to him. Now click the lever with your right mouse button so that the robot looks at it rather than uses it. Excellent. The robot thinks that... But if that's so, then where is the problem? That hatch over there, left-click it. The little chap seems to think there are advanced engine mechanics hidden behind there. Perhaps that's where the problem is. Click on the hatch again using the left mouse button. First left-click will allow you to look, the second to use. Why? Because after a player character has looked at something, the most logical thing, it's quite simple. Right-click when you... Is the machine working again? Left-click... Appears to be a new problem. Better take... Oops, that wasn't very helpful. Please pick up both gear cogs. Great work. Items you pick up will to open and close your inventory, left-click the rucksack. To use an inventory item, use one of the gears in your inventory with the engine of the town model. Excellent. Now the second. Perfect. You'd better oil the engine before... That should do it. Time to crank it up. can examine objects in the inventory in more detail. Then when you are in the inventory, right... Great! You found a few items in the... You can use these items on each other by initially left-clicking the first. Try to repair the figure in the inventory. Well done. Now place the figure back in its rightful place on the balcony of the castle and start the machine. Excellent. Now ready. One last time. If you press the spacebar, all interesting objects in the scene will be displayed. Good luck with your adventures in the Book of Unwritten Tales.
I'm worried about you. Oh, Mother. What's wrong with you?
Everything's fine.
No, you don't look well at all. Positively rotund. It is unseemly for an... If you carry on like this,
I don't have any intention.
Oh, darling, Prince Lalilos is going to be... He's charming and...
Which of the two is the...
The elf nobility, unfortunately, has not got any unshaven Neanderthal...
I don't have the slightest...
You are at the heart of the elf kingdom. In the castle of your... I only want...
Did you see that? She's locked me in. Yes, only what's best for me. She always says that. Have you seen this prince? A vain river elf who's only interested in topping up his tan. I'm to spend hundreds of years in the And how? She will try anything and everything. Ugh. When I was out there with the humans, it was the first time that I had the... Yes, it was dangerous. Doesn't that go with it? Oh, you don't understand. If I could, I would go right now. You want to stop me? Just like last time. I didn't want to tell Mother, but I've not been feeling too well lately, Cheap. I'd say the same thing, but we elves hardly ever get ill. Yeah, you've got a point there. I spent almost a... Well, Oh, no, you won't. I'll take care of it myself. Mother would... I don't know either, but I'm sure that... No, rest. I'll go down to the library and look up what's wrong with me. Completely... I'm not going to be stopped. The times when the others were here in the elf burrow, those were the best. The critter could never keep still when I was drawing him. He was always... Wilbur was so excited. He spent hours sitting with my father and listening to him. Complete idiot. Since Nate left without saying so much as a word, so far I've managed to frighten off every... Normally this bowl is full of fruit and nuts. Presumably Mother has decided I should be without such. Fresh water from the spring brook. People come from far... No, I'm not thirsty. Normally this bowl is... A beautiful red flower. Sometimes Mother orders a new and then it's replaced and planted. A delicate sweet scent. We have many exotic plants here in the palace. Apologies, I need a few of your seeds. I've still got some seeds and shouldn't take more than I need. I used to look into the woods for days on end. Now I know. I've seen much. Here in the Elf Burrow, everything is so ordered. One can almost see the edge of the wood through the telescope. Mother would never forgive me. And there are so many... It may not be befitting of a princess, but this isn't the first time. I wasn't going to. Of course I could just ignore. He would, however, make a beeline to Mother and tell on me. And who knows? I've been sleeping badly of late, and sometimes I've never been ill. When Nate and the others lived here, Nate often... I don't know why, but I know Mother wasn't happy, and Cheep Cheep was ordered never to leave. Mother's locked me in, as if I was 200 again. Since I secretly escaped from the Elf Burrow, the door's locked and can only... I'll have to find another... Cheep Cheep survived our past adventure. Even he told everyone for months how he defended... My jewellery box serves as a podium for the vertically challenged narcissist. That was a big deal for... He couldn't understand that the significance of... He insisted on making me a pre... Wilbur didn't know that... Mother looked at that... Could you please move aside? I want to get in... He doesn't listen to me anymore since I almost caused him to be roasted by... Mother has permitted him to disregard any of my... An envoy from the far... Wherever I go, I always have... The music box closes automatically as soon... The music box... A guard with a spear and shield, and like all elven craft, only when everything is always... A guard with a spear... Elven craftsman, only when everything... Normally this bowl... Fresh water from... People come... Cheap. The bowl... Oh. Normally this bowl is full of fruit and nuts. Presumably... Cheap, cheap. Would it be possible for you... Don't say I never look after... Pearls, precious stones, sparkling earrings and necklaces. All the stuff. If it were up to Mother, I would... She just can't understand why Pa and I aren't... The box, as well as its hinges and lock, has been fashioned from... Pearl, goodness... Pearls, precious... Goodness no... Hey, Cheap. Oh, missing... Well, sooner or later... I'm not horrible. I just... See you later. Yes, of course I'll be a good girl and stay in my... A guard with a spear and shield, and like all elven figures, Hey, withdrawal symptoms? I just need the music box a minute. You don't need to turn your head away from your beautiful... Shh. He's gone to sleep. It got dark and he's simply... No. Let's go. As expected, my parents are in the throne room ruling the... I don't know the names of all the plants. Grandmother knows them all. Shite beerwood. No idea what... If I learnt one thing... No idea what... If I learnt... This... At the moment, it's... Mother pours water from various jugs into this bowl to cast a spell over the mirror. She... Ever since the mirror... A fairly small, unattractive tree.
Huh. I'd like to see how attractive you'd look if someone just...
You mean...
Anyway.
Mother put me on a diet this morning.
Oh, everything has to be perfect for her. Or rather, everything is perfect if you just...
You tell that to Mother.
I have. Many times. She'd be...
Now then, she is the queen.
I'm old enough to be able to call a spade a spade. Spade, gardener.
You and Father.
No one understands. But I don't often ask him for help. Thinking has never...
He's just more of a theorist.
The mud on your feet, the smell of fresh earth.
The garden always...
Thank you. It's a girt load of work. People always think elf...
You have got green fingers.
That's just moss, me dear. Happens if you spend all day grubbing...
You tree shepherds do a great job.
Trees! The trees just stand there. What do they need a shepherd? Hey, Rex, do you want to be my shepherd dog? Narman.
What are you up to today, then? Got much on?
Oh, the usual. You know, it never rains in the Elfborough, but the flowers need...
The curse of good weather.
The weather isn't the only thing which isn't right. I've been here 30 years.
Time passes differently in the Elfborough. Slower.
Well, that's why everyone grows to be ancient here, obviously. But if we had a bit of...
I have to get on.
Yep, got a bit to do myself. I just don't know what's wrong with that plant over there. Your mother got a whole heap of flowers given to her the other day from a fairy delegation. All of them took good and strong.
Perhaps it needs a special type of soil or something.
Well, anything's possible. If I don't think of something soon, I'll have to ask your father. He can have a little...
If you're going in, it'd be...
Oh, you playing? My lips are...
It doesn't look very well at all. It's unusual for flowers. Normally they blossom in our good earth. Mother thought it was unseemly of the bees to build their hive in our garden. I don't think she could get used to the thought that she... I convinced Mother not to have the hive removed. However, should she be stung, then the hive's days are numbered. There's only a little water left in the bird bath. Cheap or... I, however, think that the constant need to replenish the water is more down to... There are reeds and water lilies growing in the pond. Naturally, they were planted there. They don't grow... There are elf-made ponds and streams all over the palace ground. Their water... The spring brook emerges up there. It's still small here, but it becomes... That leads up to the throne room. Mother will be conducting the affairs of... I'm not going... There's a selection of cubes here. For a while, it was all... The Biggest Plant Book of Avantasia by Charles, a standard reference book that Arbor always used to... A present from one of the strange folk up there. The men climb mountains and I think it's some kind of... Helmets with horns. Perhaps I can help Arbor solve the problem with that. This plant reminds me of the one that Arbor's having problems with at the moment. Love Lily. The love lily enters into an enduring relationship with another. If the partner plant dies, then the love lily does not... This plant... Love lily. If the partner... Giant beans, also known as magic beans, are very... Because of the beans' high costs, they are almost... Killer tomatoes are the most devious of the Mandrake should only be cultivated by experienced... The wood of intelligent apple trees is often used for a long time, botanists thought that it may be possible to find other... The tree of wrath bears fruit several times a year. Steel magnolias look like normal magnolias, but as some of they can be softened using tragic women's stories and subsequently may be picked. Guard plants, Vigilia audriensis, they have been especially valued in times of famine as they do not this plant reminds if the partner plant. Several books about animals, an atlas, a book about. And what's this? Fishing for the moderately talented. Goldsmithing, mason. Like all books in this library, it's a guess. Those elves, they have so many beautiful statues and items of wood. They'll be really. What they don't realise, though, is that if we're interested in a subject. Goldsmithing, like all books, those. What they don't. I haven't really got. There must be a medical book. Working with wood. He carves animal figures so real that humans and dwarfs believe that they are actually this one's more about interior. Plane the wood down by a Each cube is significant. It's become less frequent. It's said that a ruler in the north wanted. Unfortunately, he died after only conquering one enemy. It's said that a ruler in the north wanted to. Unfortunately, he died. This flower clearly is one of the more. It comes from a country. It's said that the flower of this plant used. Why do so many people hate this flower? Now that explains why this flower is classified. What have we got here then? Aha. Ah, Almanac of Elf Medicine.
Ow! Be careful, if you please.
A speaking book?
An ill elf?
Ill elf. So I look ill.
Take it easy, young one.
Young one. I'm older than you.
And you look it too.
I do?
No, of course not. And I can also see. But the mere fact that I've been fished out from the back of the
I haven't been feeling too well recently. I know that elves are very seldom ill. But if it's not.
Seldom ill does not act. Elves can, for instance, suffer.
Oh, please.
It is one of the most common causes of death.
Oh, it must be something else.
Sensitive elves can sometimes suffer from the pains of the world. There are. But I think it is something else.
Like what?
To be completely certain, you must mix a potion.
Are you serious?
Very.
Are you actually qualified to make a diagnosis? And why?
I am a magical medicine book. That actually serves as an.
I've never encountered a talking book before.
Of course not. I am in the magical library in Seastone. All books can talk.
You were probably given to us by someone from Seastone, right?
Right. I was a complete idiot. As I am a book about elf medicine, I didn't get much to do in Seastone. I thought to myself, hey.
Yeah, we elves don't get ill much.
And more than that, you don't actually have much time for books.
We don't have much use for books. We sing songs about times past, and many of us were there at.
Then that's probably also the reason why so many
What do you mean?
Allow me to elucidate. Over the years, the songs you elves sing will be changed and adapted. And who can prove otherwise? There are no other witnesses, and there are...
I demand to know this
Sometimes it's better not.
I can take it.
A placebo only works when one doesn't know that. Make the potion and then come back and drink.
And if it's lupus?
Have you been bitten by a wolf?
No.
Then it can't. No, I'm pretty sure it's something else.
All right, this potion.
It is very easy. You need to pound together the green fruit of a metis bush, a spoonful of honey and a red herring, and then mix with water into a viscous potion.
Oh, that sounds revolting.
It's medicine. It isn't supposed to taste nice.
And if I drink it, I'll be well again?
We will then at least...
This metis bush.
Haven't a clue. I'm just a book and have spent years...
A red herring. Are you serious?
Of course, why not? Red herrings are known their uses in the area.
All right, so I've got a red herring. Thank you.
Normally, it's me that ends patient consultations. You are only a princess, but I...
A great example of the variety of some of the ideas Mother Nature has. Sometimes it's difficult to believe. They look as if some... The door can be opened easily from the outside. If it was up to me, it would stay open. And that's the sound of Cheep Cheep snoring. I hope he'll sleep a while longer. He's going to make us sick. Pearls, precious goodness knows.